How are we doing tonight, guys? This is a story of a breakup, but I feel like I need to put it into a little bit of context. Every adult relationship that I've had in my life has ended on a holiday. There was the New Year's Eve, where I was sitting in my living room, waiting for my girlfriend to come back from a friend's house so we could go to a party. The phone rang, and I was informed that she was breaking up with me. There was the Valentine's Day. Yeah, I know. Where, and again, this was the one I broke up with her on Valentine's Day, because Valentine's Day was the day that she chose to reveal to me that she had cheated on me on New Year's Eve. And there was another relationship which ended on the 4th of July, which in retrospect turned out to be really a celebration of my Independence Day. But the story I'm going to tell you about, this is about my Christmas breakup. I've been dating a girl for 9 months or so. That fall, she went to graduate school in Philadelphia. And so we packed up her car, I took her, we drove down, I moved her in, the whole 9 yards, tearful goodbye, getting on the bus, very beautiful, blah, blah, blah. And then she's never answered my calls. It was one of those things. I would call her at home, I would call her at her studio, and somehow she was always gone. And so come to find out, this is a very complicated woman. During her undergraduate period, she had been involved in a bit of a love triangle with 2 of her roommates. And it turns out, when in Philadelphia, she reconnected with said roommates and reignited said love triangle. All of this, this would be wonderful if I had access to this information, but I don't, because she's not answering my phone calls. And so she comes home for Thanksgiving and tells me, "I'm sorry, I'm in love." I'm not going to use any names. I'm in love with him. She's in love with me. He's in love with her. And I'm just kind of, well, what about me? And she's like, "No, it's very complicated. I'm sorry. Maybe we can work it out. I'm sorry I haven't talked to you. It's been very tough, etc., etc." I forgave her. Fast forward to Christmas, when she comes home again. And we had talked a couple of times, and things had seemed to be going fairly well, and I was still very much into this girl. And she comes home, and she comes to the apartment that we had once shared. And things are different. Things are weird. Things are odd. And finally, I'm like, okay, let's what's going on? And I was informed that, I'm not going to go into all the details, but essentially I was informed that I am not good enough for her. Which resulted in roughly 2 hours of an absolutely epic screaming match. I said some things, she said some things, I said some things in response to those things. You know how these things escalate. So I reached my breaking point. She told me, "I never loved you. You were a placeholder." Oh. So here's what I did. Bear in mind, this is the apartment that she and I had once shared. She was an artist, and so there were 5 or 6 of her pieces still hanging on the walls. I went around the apartment, she's there. I'm still screaming. I'm not making a lot of sense. There's a lot of curse words. It's very loud. And I go around the apartment and I take every single one of those pieces off the wall. Every single one. I take them, I gather them in my arms. I walk out into the living room. I throw them on the floor at her feet. I take out my penis and I piss on them. I piss on her artwork. I look at her and I say, "Get the fuck out of my house." So, that being said, I just passed a major hurdle. I got past Thanksgiving with my current girlfriend. Hi, thank you. And I'm desperately hoping that we make it through Christmas. Fingers crossed.